Hello everyone, hope you are going well. Welcome back to Shaun Does FM in the Hexagon Challenge, and today is the big one. It is the Champions League Final against Tafea Football Club. If you did not watch yesterday's episode, go back and view it right now. It was a very tough two-legged win over Canterbury United. 0-0 after the first leg away from home. We were able to get home 5-2. That scoreline really did flatter us. It was only in the second half of that second leg that we started to pull away from them. They really hung tough, but we have got through that, and we now have Tafea. Ignore that Chatham Cup game there that was supposed to be yesterday. It doesn't kick off till July. It's done that every year, even when I was at Caversham, put the wrong starting month for that. So this is our final game of the season, and possibly our final game in Oceania. If we win, we will resign. I will try and get to the end of season review first. If a really good job comes up in the meantime though, my hand will be forced. But we will get straight into this game. We don't need to catch you guys up on any highlights today. This game at the Port Vila Municipal Stadium. It is the home ground for Tafea, so they are very well suited by that. We are heavily favoured to win this game. As I suggested yesterday, Canterbury and I were probably the tougher opposition. This team do have some decent players though. Mansally on the right wing, just judging by scout report. Fairly promising youngster. Timatua in the midfield, more of a right winger though, so he's playing our position, but a decent player. Kelmet was the other one, who's okay according to our scouts. They got two decent players and one okay player, but apart from that, I don't know if they're packing much, and of course we did play them in the group stage and beat them 5-1, I believe. Our team today, Josh Rogerson will come back in. He was suspended for that second leg against Canterbury United, but otherwise it's the same lineup. John Mwangi still keeps his place. Al Khaleesi just not quite fit enough for this game, and I don't think, as I've said in the past, that we are losing a heap in terms of ability there. We do miss a green link, but I am willing to risk that for full match sharpness. A few players on yellow cards, doesn't matter anymore. It's the final. Let's see if we can tick off this first part of the hexagon. There's the Tafea team. They are managerless, so that's interesting. It was the same case when we last played one of these overseas teams in the Champions League. Let's get into it. I am going to tell the boys I expect them to keep our run going. Of course, we have not lost a single game competitively this season. And it would be absolutely heartbreaking if that ended now. Shaun, can you win the Champions League? I would say we have a great platform. I won't put too much pressure on the boys. We did have a team meeting, but I was suggested to tell the players that we were expected to win. Everyone except for one player was happy with that, so that was a surprise. Usually those team meetings are absolute train wrecks when you listen to your assistant manager. Are we anxious? There's a little tension, but I wouldn't be human if that wasn't the case. So, is this game not on TV? That is bizarre. It's a Champions League final. It's not on TV apparently. But we kick off in the blue. Tafea in the red. We are playing left to right. Rogerson with the ball early to Stewart. If we can get another 5-1 win, this will be a nice way to end things, although we lose the ball early. And that will do for now, although we've got a throw-in to Tafea not long after that. It's Timatua. He puts the ball into Tokyo, who is in lots of space. Floro heads it clear. Rees. Stewart's going to get on the end of this, and a good counter-attacking opportunity here. On the edge of the box, Stewart. He's had the ball taken off him though. And now, what's happening here? This is going all over the show. Rees back to Strong. We consolidate position in the midfield. Brundle will find Stewart. Again down the right. Tries to put a cross and it's rebounded to Rodriguez. And Wangi, it's a good save. In fact, it's not a save, it's hit the post. Early chance, still 0-0 after 2 minutes. And Wangi there got his foot to it, but has not been able to put it in the net. First chance of the game goes begging as Tafea playing out from the back after that goal kick. Messing to Timatua, one of the players to watch, Stevens. Back to Timatua. Calmet, another player to keep an eye on, but a poor pass. Gray cuts it out. Now to Rees. Stewart, and he might give that to Rodriguez. No, he cuts inside, and Wangi in the box. And it's a penalty. Early doors, we get a penalty, only 2 minutes gone. And Rafael Floro has the chance to put us in front in the Oceania Champions League Final. And he does it. Sends the keeper the wrong way. And it's 1-0 Hamilton Wanderers. Oh, I love this guy. Rafael Floro. He's been so good. I've said it multiple times in the last couple of episodes. Buries it in the right corner and we are 1-0 up. He's been so good both here and at Caversham. Very good start. There's now Tafea on the counter. Tracy cuts it out. Could we do something on the counter here? We might be, as Tracy finds Stewart. Goes on a wander from his right wing now in Wangi. He's in space. Past his man, but Yama, it's an I, isn't it? Yama makes a save. As we have a corner now, coming up to 10 minutes gone. Most of the action has been us. Floro, Gray gets his head to it, but it is over the bar. It's a good start from us, 1-0. A throw-in. Not long after that, Brundle finds Palmer. He gets his head to it, skims onto the top of the net. Still 1-0. And another highlight, this time Tafea early with the ball, but they cannot capitalise, and we look to counter them. Brundle to Mwangi. He plays it back to Gray. A little bit unconvincing with some of that passing between defenders, but that's convincing. Stewart plays the ball to Palmer, who just strikes it straight, low and true into the bottom right corner, and we are 2-0 up after 15 minutes. And earlier on in the video, I was about to say that if the result in the game can go the same way as it did in the group stage, it could be nice and relaxing compared to what happened yesterday. It looks like it may be going that way, although we were 2-0 up in that second league yesterday as well. And Canterbury United came back into the things very quickly, mostly due to our own faults, but hopefully that is not the case today. Although they are now looking to build something. Timatua Stevens. He tries to find Thomas, but can't. It's cut out, and now we will look to counter them. Stewart, that's a terrible ball. Tommy, back to Tokyo. Stevens. Messing puts one long, but Tracy gathers that. No spillage from him today. And he launches one long, and Palmer's going to get onto this, is he? Yes, he is, and oh my God. What have you done? I don't know. Yama, isn't it, their goalkeeper? He has had a shocker, and we are 3-0 up inside 20 minutes. And it's all starting to feel a little bit anticlimactic. It was a long ball. The defenders went at the races. The keeper's come out. He's just been beaten to it, and he's left in absolutely no man's land. Palmer just walks the ball into the net. That's his second of the game. And we're hammering them. Early doors. 3-0 after 22 minutes. Tafea with the throw-in, but off of that, they've given the ball straight to us inside our own half, albeit, and now Stewart's in a good position. On the attack, he will have a pop shot, but he's direction-wise, it was all right, but height well over the top of the bar. It remains 3-0, half an hour coming up. 34 minutes gone now. A throw-in to the Wanderers. Floro will receive it back, tries to put a cross in. It's blocked, and Wangi cleans it up. Strong back to Mwangi. Strong again. Brundle. Some good short passing, and Mwangi's got it into a nice spot. Forced into a good save there. Yama. Struggling with that name. Now we will have a corner. 35 gone. Floro puts it in. It's cleared by Tafea. Tokyo boots it, and now Thomas is in a one-on-one situation with one of our defenders, but he's forced him wide. A nice tackle by Brundle. You get nervous in those tackles in the box because The penalties are a bit here and there. There was one yesterday in the second league I was very iffy on. Oh, there's a good chance there. Palmer just heads it wide after his hat trick. But so far, things looking good. Tafea not registering a shot on target. Now Thomas for Tafea. They need to strike back soon, you'd say. Mansali, well, he was in the clear just outside the box, but he's blasted that over the bar to the right. That's their best chance so far, their only chance so far, and it remains 3-0 at half time. Yeah, this is looking fairly comfortable, it's fair to say. I did suggest that Canterbury United game would be the toughest, and it is appearing that way. A really good half from us. We started off with a Floro penalty, and that's been followed up by a double to Matty Palmer, one of which somewhat gifted to us from their goalkeeper. Well, I suppose you could say it was a well-weighted ball from Connor Tracy as well. I'll tell the boys that I'm very pleased. Green faces, bright green faces, that's always good. And the last half of football, possibly here at Hamilton Wanderers. If it's not, I'll be absolutely destroyed by this team, because how do we lose it from here? Yeah, hopefully not. And we have a free kick. 1 minute gone in the second half. And, well, surely that's it now. Josh Rogerson missed the last game due to suspension. He's back in now, and off a free kick early in the second half, buries it with his right foot, low and hard into the bottom right corner. Makes it 4-0. Yeah, really nice finish for a defender. Just gets his boot to it, swings it hard, rifles it past Yama, and it's looking very, very comfortable now. 52 minutes gone, 4-0. Another free kick, 57 minutes gone, Brundle. Gray gets his head to it, and it's another free kick goal. They're giving us too many set-piece chances on that left wing, just outside the box. Gray gets his head to it. Yama just never had a chance. Top right corner. And it's 5-0. He's onside quite clearly too. And this is a very good performance, worthy of Oceania Champions League winners. No need to take anyone off. 60 minutes gone, 5-0. Okay, I'm only going to make the one change here. We've got 18 minutes left. There's one player not on a green rating. It's Toby Rees. He's been very good for us this season. He's scored some absolute stunners. When there's been a good goal, it's usually been him or Rafael Floro. We will bring Illy on for him. Switch Brundle and Illy's role, although that might actually stuff up our set pieces, so we won't do that. Make that change. Only 18 minutes left. We've got the hands on the trophy, let's be frank. It's time to enjoy it. 5-0. A goal kick to Tafea. 5-0. Similar result to what it was in the group stage at the moment. Only 10 minutes left. Stewart runs down. Can we make it 6? He's tackled. It's a good tackle though. But we get the ball back. Rodriguez. Here's a crack from the edge. But it's blocked again and Stewart picks it up. Back to Rodriguez. Fires one in. Palmer has a shot. It's blocked. Cleared. Nothing happening. 10 minutes to go. Still 5-0. And now Tafea look to play it over the top of us. Unsuccessfully. Now Mwangi down the left. Floro. They play a few 1-2s and now Floro will look to put something in. Stewart gets his head to it. That's 6-0. It's very convincing and very anticlimactic. But we're just playing really well today. It's really nice interchangeable play between Mwangi and Floro. The defender doesn't pick Stewart up well enough and he's headed it past Yama. 6-0. It's all going well. We'll take Christian Gray off because he's naked. Come on, Caden Atkins. Enjoy your time. Only 5 minutes to go. 6-0. Party time. As we have a throw-in. 4 minutes left now. Into Palmer. He had it. The keeper gave him the inside post there, but he's just put it wide. It remains 6-0. And we are now in injury time. Another chance. Brundle off a long throw. Atkins has kicked it straight into a goalkeeper who was... That looked a bit more difficult to miss than it was to get in, but I mean, we're up 6-0. It's not the end of the world. Floro whips this in strong, heads it over. I'm going to take off Stewart just because why not? We'll bring Al Khaleesi on. He deserves to have a run. He's been a big contributor to this team this season. We'll give him half a minute. And by the time this goal kick happens, it might be all over. We are going to win this Champions League in our first attempt at it. Really good thing to do 4 seasons into this Hexagon challenge. Tafea will have a throw in, and that is it. We are the Champions League winners of Oceania. There is the trophy lift coming up, and we have gone yet again through a season undefeated. That is going to be a very good record to take with us overseas when we look for our next job. At this time, it is definitely Mitch Brundle who will lift the trophy. And there you go. I was almost going to start singing the Champions League anthem, but of course, wrong continent. I don't know what the OFC Champions League anthem is. It's probably not a good thing for a New Zealander to say. But yeah, that was very comfortable. Here's a traditional handstand from Connor Tracy. The boys are stoked. I'm stoked. Of course, we were defending champions in this competition. So we've gone back to back in both the New Zealand Premiership and the Champions League. So that will wrap up our time at Hamilton Wanderers. I mean, you look at the stats, it was night and day. We were never in danger of losing that. It was very relaxing after the first 135 minutes of yesterday's two-legged tie. That was quite easy to watch. I enjoyed that. So that will be our time done at Hamilton Wanderers. I'm going to tell the boys I'm very happy. You prevented Tafea from mustering a single shot. It was a complete performance. And that will be our last press conference, I think, at Hamilton Wanderers. I don't have to hang around till the end of the season review, but I think we will. Yeah, so the next time you see us, we will do that end of season review as the fans are happy to wrap up our time here doing a double, winning the Champions League, and after that we'll be on the job hunt. Okay, so after a month since that Champions League final, we are now at our end of season review for the one season that we've been here at Hamilton Wanderers. There you can see our signings based on average rating. Rafael Floro, we've got that the wrong way around. Based on average ratings, Rafael Floro was the signing of the season. 24 games, 11 goals, 15 assists. Just immense for us. Diogo Rodriguez also chipping in nicely. Mitch Brundle with quite a few assists off long throws. And Wangi, Rees, and find other first team players. Illy, but definitely Rafael Floro's year, I'd say there. As you can see, some of these guys like Marlon Meyer, Redfern was a friendly player mainly. And then you get to like some bench players, Eckers, Cossey, Taylor, Fleming, and then some who didn't play any games. But for mine, Rafael Floro, definitely signing of the season. They weren't that impressed with the wage I was paying him at the start, but he was just so good. I mean, 26 goals he was involved in 24 games, really good. Transfers out, not many, none that really had first team implications. Results, the Premiership, unbeaten, 12 wins, 2 draws. We had to go through the playoffs, but we did it. As you can see at the bottom there against Canterbury United, beating them 1-0, a very close game. We were expected to challenge for the championship, so the board happy with it. There you can see Rafael Floro was the competition's top goal scorer. A few other things from this competition that I forgot to mention earlier on this year. We won Manager of the Season. Floro was also Player of the Year. Edison Stewart got Young Player of the Year. Goal of the season was Toby Rees against Eastern Suburbs. And we had 10 players in the best 11. One of those was John and Wangi up front alongside Matt Palmer, and Al Khaleesi was on the bench, so we absolutely dominated that best 11. Really good run in the New Zealand awards. The Chatham Cup we won't even bother looking at because we weren't here when we played in that competition. Our biggest win against Waitakere United halfway through the season, that was a very good win. The match to remember against Team Wellington away from home, another game in December. And goal of the season goes to Matei Ili in the Champions League quarter-final. I think I remember the one. There was a lot of short passing and Ili just rocketed one into the top corner. Finance-wise, not great. Broadcast revenue down from last season. Sponsorship up. Everything, apart from competition prize money, has gone down. I don't know how that's happened, but it has. We sold 62 shirts, that's only about 13 more than what we sold at Caversham, I think, so going up a division, not helping there. Toby Rees, Addison Stewart, Matei Ili, Brundle and Fleming, the top 5 shirt sellers. Surprised Rafael Flora is not amongst them, but yeah. How we lined up, we had a very consistent team throughout the season, and this was it for the most part. The only change came late on in the season when Al Khaleesi was injured and we brought John and Wangi in. Everyone had a really good rating. Campbell Strong, not quite in the green, but 6.9, still not bad at all. So here are those accolades that we were talking about earlier. See, we won Manager of the Month in December, January, and for the season. The Fans Player of the Season is Rafael Floro. Young player Josh Rogerson. Best signing Diogo Rodriguez. I would have thought Floro would have got that, but never mind. Ili, the goal of the season. Top goal scorer and assist to Floro. Most man of the match is Floro. Highest average rating, Floro. Most goals by a player in a season yet for the club to Matthew Palmer. And Wangi got a hat-trick, of course. 17 clean sheets for Connor Tracy. A really good season for him. And the most player of the match awards in the season to Rafael Floro. Champions League top goal scorer was also Matt Palmer. And then there you can see the other awards that we discussed just before. And that will do for our time at Hamilton Wanderers. Another thing to note is we have now topped the New Zealand Hall of Fame in terms of managers. Obviously it doesn't take a heck of a lot. 4 league titles, 3 with Caversham, 1 here, and of course a Chatham Cup as well as a Champions League. The best 11 now, a lot of these players will be from when I wasn't here, but we have Tracy, Gray, Rogerson, Floro's got in after 1 season, as has Toby Rees, Addison Stewart's on the right wing, and Matt Palmer up top. Looks like most of those players are newbies, while Abdullah Al Khaleesi, Campbell Strong, and Diogo Rodriguez, as well as Jordan Lamb, are on the bench. They are players we have had history with. So, that will do for our time here at Hamilton Wanderers. There is no point staying here. We have got the Champions League. You can see our reputation hasn't gone up thanks to the Champions League. The Champions League is only a 1.5 star reputation tournament. It's the same as the Chatham Cup. It's less than the New Zealand Premiership. So that didn't do a lot for our reputation, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping that would go up. We have our National A licence, which we got during the year. Managing finances has gone back down to the red, but 24% is a lot better than what it was when we were at Caversham. And there's our attributes. We're starting to get into the teens, starting to get some yellow numbers. So hopefully we're able to do something with those. But we will resign and see what we get next. In terms of jobs available, I've applied for 2 in the meantime. They were at Man City and Tottenham. If I'm being blunt, I don't think I'm getting either of those. We're just not good enough, as the game takes a while to load the home screen. You'll see what else is available. We will have a look, but I have no idea where we're going to end up next. entirely dependent on what job comes up in what region. I don't know what region, I don't know what job, just something where we have a good chance of performing well in the league and having a shot at a Champions League would be ideal. Logic states that probably somewhere in Asia or Africa, but if something else comes up, I'm open to discussions. So that will do for the Hamilton Wanderers chapter. We are now going to leave New Zealand and Oceania. And the next time that you see us, we will be at a new club, and I will give you a rundown of where we go then. It might take a little while before I find the right job, so if there's no videos on the channel for a few days, don't worry, that will be the reason. But if you enjoyed today's episode where we won our first Champions League in Oceania with Hamilton Wanderers, then leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel to keep up with this Hexagon challenge so that you get notified when we do get a new job. And until the next time I see you, enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.